like these kind of roads. This is definitely one of my happy places. That looks to be a gravel road full of mud. I'm alone out here with 0 cell service. I strongly reject any form of dirt riding, but this I can justify. I think the internet promotes extreme views. I mean, I don't think it, I know it. We all know it. You know, what can this adventure bike do? And if Polteris doesn't take it up a cliff and jump a brick wall, well, then it's obviously trash, right? You will see everyone suggest that you have to be riding dirt. You have to be on dirt, because it's not a real adventure on pavement. Come visit me in Japan. Tell me this is not an adventure. Tell me this is not wonderful. Cold, but wonderful. This is an adventure. This is worth doing. I'm having a very, very nice time here. On my MT-07, I figured out how to save it from some slides. Not necessarily wet leaf slides, but pushing the bike's limit kind of slides. I always had to be ready to do it. It's very relaxing not having to be ready. Wouldn't it have been nice if this came with DCT? I know it's polarizing, the idea of an automatic motorcycle. Just like automatic cars. Nobody likes... Oh, wait, never mind. Just like everyone stuck to flip phone... Oh, wait, you're watching this on a smartphone. This anti-technology view that I perhaps sometimes have. If I was treating this like a sport bike, yeah, I'd probably not want DCT. It's not that big a deal. Like, some people like it, some people don't. Ride your own ride, but it could be nice. But I think this is a pretty nice adventure. I missed roads like this when I lived in Kanto. You could argue it's nice that everything is so well kept, but then everything's so well traveled as well. I really like spots like this. This is nice. I don't know what I'm making this video for or who I'm making it for. I guess I'm making it for people like me, who I think are not necessarily getting a voice in the debates. Sport bike versus enduro bike, ADV versus sport touring. People feel like they have to get an adventure bike, but then they feel like they're made fun of for sticking to the pavement. And to that I say, ride your own ride. And this is plenty an adventure. And on the other end of the spectrum, yeah, I've got 91 horsepower. I'm enjoying this calm cruising moment. It's November 30th, and I guess that's what fall looks like now. I am on the street. I do want ABS. At the moment, I do want traction control. This is an unmarked gravel road. That's forbidden entry, and I don't want to. No cell service all alone. I do find that looking for places to ride off-road and riding them, it can be intensely stressful. Not knowing what's around the corner, how quickly it just turns into a cliff or rocky terrain, or the well-traveled dirt roads that are reasonable that I remember back in the States. They don't really exist here. It goes 0 to 100 pretty quick. I like having the decided feeling of it's a road bike. I like the road. I feel relaxed. I'm an incredibly stressed person, and it's nice to lower stress, because I try to say all the time, ride your own ride. Don't show off for anyone else. And that's me. This is it. Riding my own ride. Not necessarily the ride everybody wants to see. A ride that's really nice for me. It's important to remember, for me and for whoever's actually watching this, when you see the influencers telling you what you need and what you should be doing and what's a real adventure or not, and especially the more successful channels, the ones with lots of subscribers, this is their bread and butter. This is their income. So the most radical videos float to the top, and you are obligated to pursue them. To not only be the most extreme thing, and therefore you, the audience, have to see the most extreme answers, but you're obligated to perhaps be incorrect. If I was posting a video that said, here's everything in history that's completely correct and exactly what you thought, and you were good to go, and there's no reason to think about something new, no one's going to watch that. What's the point? The title just informed you that if you watch this video, you will find out what you already know, and that you were right. If I post a video that says, you were wrong about da-da-da-da-da, well, you're going to want to find out. You're going to watch it. And I could have made that up. I could have just been sharing my own opinions. Or I could have found one piece of research that says this one thing, and then completely ignored thousands and thousands of different research projects that proved the normal idea, and perhaps hundreds of them actively disproving the one that I'm promoting. But that smallest bit of credibility, and that extreme thing, gets the view. A number of people getting injured taking big bikes off-road when they perhaps didn't even want to. It's not good. And my comment section does have a lot of people on adventure bikes that actually feel like they're on the wrong bike because they don't like riding off-road. One of the fastest growing segments of motorcycles is sport touring. People are realizing that's where they probably would rather be. And my beloved KTM 890 SMT that I always wish I had the confidence to trust on a dirt road, I'm sure it's perfectly fine. On the kind of dirt most people will take their adventure bikes on, you could have a dual sport, but you'd probably be fine with the right tires on a supermoto. And those radical views, probably not radical at all. If you're truly looking at a motorcycle to say freedom and relaxation and de-stressing, you wouldn't be trying to get a knee down on a sport tour, or learning how to wheelie a big heavy Goldwing, or taking a 250 kilo European adventure bike up single track, all of which we've all seen on the internet. And it's cool and it's entertaining, but there's a children crossing sign. Holy crap, because I'm in a town now. How likely am I in an abandoned town? Looking at these buildings vary. Japan is full of ghost towns. That's the end of the town. I look at the map, that's it. That was it. And the next video I could always make is the tragedy you will find in countries like Japan. But all the good jobs are being centralized in cities. And here, one specific city, with very little exceptions. So the countryside is dying, going empty. It's ironically making the rest of the country uncompetitive. But then that city, too competitive, so it's unaffordable to new ideas. So you have to take the secure job that pays well and not come up with something new. But what do I know? I'm a dude with a camera and a microphone.